You're wasting your time. And no, it's not because you're not training hard enough, it's because you're still doing these exercises that suck. Today, I'm calling out some of the most useless movements that somehow I see so many people still do at the gym. So if you're serious about making gains, you need to stop doing these right now. Still doing planks and ab circuits for six-pack abs? Yeah, holding a plank for 2 minutes might burn, but that burn isn't muscle growth. It's just pain. Planks are isometric, so there's no movement, no real stretch, no loaded contraction. Plus, we have enough scientific evidence that isometrics don't seem to grow as much muscle as concentrics and eccentrics. And don't even get me started on those 20 exercise ab circuits, bro. It's just cardio disguised as core work. Yeah, fine, for some people it might be difficult at first, but all these movements are too hard to progressively overload over time. You can't keep increasing the time you do it for. That's not sustainable. If you want actual ab hypertrophy, like thicker, visible abs, train them like every other muscle. Use movements with a full range of motion, progressive overload, and control. Decline crunches or weighted leg raises are my personal favorites. They put your abs in a good stretch and load them well on every single rep. Plus, they're progressive overload friendly. Planks don't build abs. Training them like you train your chest or biceps does. So stop wasting your time doing these stupid exercises. Next, the unilateral chest press. One arm pressing at a time. I just wonder sometimes who even came up with this, like seriously. If you're trying to actually build a bigger, stronger chest, why would you voluntarily cut your ability to balance and reduce your output significantly? The sole reason you can push heavy weight on a chest press is because you're bracing and pushing your whole upper body. The moment you go one arm at a time, you lose that stability and you drastically limit the amount of load your chest can handle. So instead of growing your chest, you're basically just training to be slightly less wobbly. Instead, do you know what's the best alternative? Normal chest presses. You're still getting that unilateral training because you're using dumbbells, so there's very little chance for muscle imbalances. Plus, it feels so much more natural and allows you to push much more weight, and hence you get a much more stimulus for your chest. And next, we have the classic fake strength builder, elevated squats or rack pulls. These are elevated squats. And these are rack pulls. And no, they're not making you stronger. They're just inflating your ego. Contracted partial reps, as the latest science suggests, is super ineffective for hypertrophy as well as explosiveness. If you actually want to grow your legs and get a stronger lower back, squat to depth. Deadlift properly from the floor or just below your knees. I would in fact go one step further and even advise you to quit deadlifts and do Romanian deadlifts instead. They're much better for hypertrophy. Yeah, sure, I know it might be fun to shout in the gym and have everyone look at you and be in the spotlight, but just stop lying to yourself by stacking plates and pretending half a rep counts as one full, bro. Coming up next, the behind the neck pull down or press. I don't know who needs to hear this, but just because an exercise looks hardcore doesn't mean it's smart. Dragging your bar behind your head while pulling or pressing puts your shoulders into a horribly compromised position. Cranked externally, under heavy load, with zero stability. Congratulations, you're not building more muscle, you're just fast tracking yourself to a rotator cuff injury. Instead, just keep it simple. Pull down in front of your face, slightly lean back, pull the bar to your upper chest. If you're pressing, stick to a normal overhead press. Your shoulders will thank you. Your gains will actually happen. Behind the neck isn't hardcore. It's just hard stupid. Now let's look at one of the biggest cable mistakes. Overhead tricep extensions with the pulley at head height. If your pulley is at your head level and you're trying to extend your triceps, you're basically just awkwardly leaning forward, fighting the cable pulling you backward. That engages your core a ton and becomes a major limiting factor for your triceps. The line of pull matters. Instead, just set the pulley at a low level, around your knee or ankle height. So the resistance pulls up and back, not straight forward. Fix your setup, get a proper stretch, and actually train the triceps instead of just battling the cable tension with your core. Listen, building muscle is already hard enough. Don't make it harder by doing such trash exercises. Stick to the basics, load them heavy, execute them properly. That's how you actually grow. If you found this useful, hit the like button and share it with a friend who will benefit from it. Hit the subscribe button for more such informative gym content, and I'll see you in the next one.